Hey guys, good morning. Ugh, look at this. We've been back from our little vacation for a week now. A few days ago we got back and to the cabin, and it was beautiful and 60 degrees and wonderful. And we tapped a couple trees for maple syrup just to see how they were doing. And then we looked at the 10-day forecast, and I guess this is what we get for another 10 days. It's getting late March now. But look at this. Man, we had an early winter at Thanksgiving, and it just hasn't let up. So anyway, this is less than exciting, but it's about 30 degrees. We had a bunch of thunderstorms roll through last night. Everything was melting off and looking pretty good the other day. And then it thunderstormed lightning, like intense lightning and thunder. Sorry I didn't get any of it for you. Just laying in bed and listening to it and hoping that lightning didn't strike anything here or too close by and do anything to my solar. But anyway, yeah. So we got ice on everything. Not terrible. Not like, it's been about a year since we had that massive ice storm that took out tons of things in northern Michigan. Power included for many people, but tons of trees, power poles. This is only about, an eighth of an inch of ice on everything. So, just a little bit. It's supposed to turn to snow and start snowing a little bit here, which makes for a slippery mess. So I'm gonna fiddle for a little bit. Let's go over to the sugar shack and see if the ground froze up. Because yesterday I was going to level the floor out with the rake, and then I never got to it. The ground's actually, the ground's actually soft under here because it didn't get wet. So I'm gonna rake this out real quick. There we go. So what do you guys think of my sugar shack? I've been yesterday we were going to work on this. I want to put one more board along the top and the back and the side. It's 10 foot wide by 8 feet deep. I'm trying to debate whether I want to put my my boiler over here or over in this corner. We'll figure that out. I want to put one more layer of wood up. You know what? I'm going to get the saw out. I'm going to put up one more wall. Let's see if we can keep this simple and get out like 5 tools. Hammer, a little bit of nails, measuring, it's always turns out to you just walking back and forth a lot. So what do I need here? I need a pencil, I need a tape measure. Definitely need this. Not getting out any power tools. There we go. All right, so here's something that I am not great at, along with many other things. But here's something that I'm not great at with you guys. Is I don't normally walk you through my thought process. We just do stuff, and then we get comments of why you did stuff. I mean, I do a good job of explaining stuff sometimes, but not always. So, one, I want this high because the hill is up high. Not necessarily to be this high, but I'm going to put my sugar, my boiler here. So I don't want windows right next to it. But I want to let light in, so I want some windows. I'm going to have single wall chimney pipe in here. So I don't want that right next to a window. So it would be better to put the two windows here and then put the boiler out here. But then I'm more exposed to the southwest winds, which isn't the end of the world. It'll take the moisture out of here, but you always want to, there's multiple things that go into figuring stuff out. It's not just cut and dry like you guys see in the videos sometimes. People don't put everything into consideration like I'm trying to. And sometimes I just wing it completely and I, regret it or say, hey, I should have done it this way. But if I put the boiler out here, the evaporator out here, I'll have more room. Whereas if I tuck it up over here, I just got to look at the layout. You need a lot of room for that evaporator. You need to be able to walk around on all sides of it, skim it. Then you need to walk out the other side for filling up trays. You need to have a lot of room in the front for loading wood. I'm just trying to think of wind and weather more than anything. Because, I could build a wall in the front here, ultimately, if I want to hide from that. I thought about actually putting, a roll-up, for our barn. I thought if I could find another good deal on a roll-up door, then this whole thing could open up. This is only a 10-foot gap, so if I got, a 9-foot door, I could just leave it open 90% of the time, or if the weather does get real shit, or if the weather does get real crappy, I can roll it down. I won't be able to get out of here without opening it, but at least I could have a little protection instead of being wide open to the west where a lot of our wind comes from. But we're protected with the trees a little bit, but not this time of year. So I'm just kind of seeing how I think I'm going to lay this out. This is not what I was going to do either. So I'm going to leave the roof line open because I need all the moisture to get out of here. I don't want to have a steam vent or hood vent. I want just the steam to roll out of here. Alright, also consider doing this in plastic instead of these glass windows, because guess what? Glass is breakable and there's rocks everywhere, so I go mowing up there, chuck a rock this way, Always stuff to consider. Always a million things to consider. Plastic I don't have, so I have to buy some. I don't know. I like being out in the open, but it does get cold. It would be nice to have the option to close everything up, so. Not what I was planning on doing, so let's just quit that for the day. I was going to cut some of these 2x10s I have up and make it even higher, but I'm not sure exactly how high I want to go. So let's go get some Sugar Shack stuff out.
All right, guys. Question we get asked a lot is about security, how we stay secure here at the cabin. Well, we have gates, we have cameras, and the way we stay safe online is NordVPN. NordVPN helps me become safer online with a single click. I can use NordVPN for browsing, streaming, and uploading. Jay and I really like NordVPN, and we've been using it for the last couple weeks, especially when we were traveling and using internet sources we weren't completely familiar with. And we could still continue our normal uploads for you, even when we were traveling, something that maybe before we weren't completely comfortable with. NordVPN kept all of our information safe and secure from phishing scams, shopping scams, and malware scams. NordVPN's not going to take or share whatever you're doing online. Your traffic is always protected with robust encryption. You can feel safe knowing what you're watching, what you're uploading, what you're browsing for is all safe and secure, and they're not going to sell your information to anybody else. One really great feature about NordVPN is that it's fast and it doesn't slow down your internet by using it. You can still upload at your normal speed, you can still browse, you can still stream, all at your normal internet speed. So this is important for us because when we're uploading videos for you guys, we want to make sure we get them up quickly and efficiently. If you're looking to stay safe and secure online, check out NordVPN. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee for all users, and they have 24/7 customer support. Get exclusive deals and 4 months extra by using the links below. Thanks NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to the build.
All right, I'm kind of wore out and tired, and I'm not really feeling it today. If I carry this camera around and film you, will you get all my Sugar Shack stuff out?
No, I'm going back to Florida. See ya.
Guys, a week ago we were sitting in 80+ degree weather in a pool, you know, with a drink in our hands, and that's why Jen's so tan. But we had to come back.
Part of life.
But we had to come back. We missed our cabin, right?
Mm-hmm.
We missed the off-grid life so much. We had sugaring to do, right? I thought we were going to be doing sugaring, but now we're just dilly-dallying and fiddle-farting. So anyway, should the dogs go in? You
guys want to go inside?
You go put them inside.
Yeah, that way they don't get wet.
They don't get all wet, and then meet me in the back of the barn here. All right.
You guys want to go inside? Let's go inside.
Even the dogs want to go back to Florida. Yeah. So guys, we had a great time on our little vacation. It's been a week or so we've been back, and the weather is just, you know, we had a couple nice days, but, you know, I came back because I thought it was time for sugaring. But apparently we're not going to sugar much this year. I hope I can make you guys some syrup, because typically when the weather changes back to warm or too warm, this late in the season, it could be a short haul. So I always worry about it, and then it ends up being okay, but I don't know. It's like middle to late March now, and it's not warm yet. We had a couple days of warm weather. It melted off a lot of stuff, but yeah, not looking good so far. Anyway, let me move this IBC tote so I can get my stuff out. I thought it was fingerless glove season, but it's not yet. All this ice. It's pretty annoying. It's kind of hurting our process here, you know, our progress. Supposed to be doing other stuff by now, so it's a good thing we got that greenhouse as much done as we did. Otherwise, if we were waiting for the ground to thaw and waiting for everything to get nice, we might not be starting until May. But you know what? A couple weeks ago, there was like 3 foot of snow back here, so at least there's no snow on the ground, almost. Right?
Yeah. But that big time makes life difficult because then you don't have water or snow.
Yeah, now we don't have water or snow, or ice, or snow, or water, yeah. So luckily it was warm enough to where some of our IBC totes were thawed out, so we're just taking water out of those. Because I forgot to empty, I didn't forget, I just didn't do it fast enough. Hopefully this is the last time I ever have to dig this stuff out of this back of the lean-to, yes?
Yeah, we'll find out. It's already like the middle of March and you're not sapping yet.
I know.
It's kind of weird.
You guys might not get any sap syrup this year.
We might only have like a week to do it, and we might only have enough for ourselves and family. I don't know. It's a really weird year this year. It was warm for like 4 or 5 days, and then back to freezing. Makes life interesting, right?
Yep.
What do I...
You can carry that if you want. You got gloves on, right? It's not heavy. So guys, tearing this thing down and moving it every year is kind of a pain, because if you've seen it before, it's, a firebox, but I have to take all the brick out of it. All the brick out there. So I have to take these buckets of brick out and then piece them all back together.
What else is there?
All right.
Ta-da!
Need a lot of space for this thing. It always amazes me when I get it in a space. Like I tried to do it in the lean-to 2 years ago. Wasn't happening. 8 by 10 is like the minimum. Because look at, like, I need to be able to walk over here. Plus you can't have the heat like right against the wood. Plus this huge tray goes off that side.
You can put some metal against the wood too.
Yeah, I'm just contemplating putting it right here or putting it right here. And I think I'm gonna put it here. And then have the trays over here, then I'll stand over here because when I skim it, you know, I can stand out here and skim it. So I just wanted to see it right there. The other option is to put it closer to the wall, and then all my trays are out, and then all my firewood's out. I guess this would be better, because then all the firewood can be right here. Otherwise, I'm gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna have to see. I have to look at it for 5 minutes. So, like that thing sticks out 2 feet this way or 3 feet this way, like all the way out this way. So
Yeah.
and that's where all this, you know, my extra trays go, and where I have to slide the tray off of when I take it off the fire.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it that often, but I put those other trays right here, the buffet pans right here, so the heat warms it up.
Lot to figure out.
Yeah.
Luckily, you have a whole nother week before it's
Yeah,
even
I
sapping
guess.
season.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Jen's going to go inside where it's warm because it's nasty and raining out. And I'm going to fiddle with this for a few more minutes. What time is it? It's not late
Like
yet. It's not dinner
3:30.
time
No,
yet.
it's like a little probably close to 4.
All right. So, Jen, you'll go with Jen for right now. And I'll come back and show you this finished product once I get it in the final spots.
Sounds good.